Washington is moving at warp speed, and your retirement savings might be in the blast zone. Hi, this is Rajiv Nagaich, elder law attorney and founder of AgingOptions. And if you're wondering whether your retirement plan can survive the policy tsunami coming out of Washington, stick around. Because in the next 5 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly what's changing, who's really at risk, and most importantly, how to protect yourself. Now, let's start with what's changing. And hold on to your hats because this is where it gets really interesting.
Hold on to your butts.
Now, the administration is making three massive promises. First, those 2017 tax cuts that were supposed to sunset in 2025, well, I think they're likely here to stay now. Each person can now pass up to $12.99 million to their heirs, totally free of taxes. And that's nearly $26 million for a married couple. Great news if you're in that 0.1% of Americans with that sort of wealth. And if you are, do call me because I'd love to be your attorney. But this is likely not the reality for most of us, myself included. Second, Medicare is getting a golden shield. There are going to be no cuts, no increased eligibility age, and they likely are even going to back off the drug price negotiations that pharmacies hate so much. Now, sounds fantastic, right? But keep that thought. And the third thing that's changing in retirement is Social Security is getting similar promises. They're even talking about waiving Social Security taxes for food service workers. More money in people's pockets today, same benefits tomorrow. But now here we have a conundrum. Less money coming in, same or higher benefits going out. Is like promising to pay all your bills, while at the same time taking a pay cut. Something will have to give. And this brings us to who will likely take on these costs. And I hate to break it to you, it's not the ultra-wealthy with the $26 million estates. It's the middle class. Why? Because of what I'm about to show you. Just recently, Elon Musk and his Department of Government Efficiency team, they visited the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. And since Medicare is off the table, well, you can guess where they're looking. And this is a bombshell that nobody is talking about. Medicaid, particularly its long-term care coverage, is likely facing massive changes. Now remember, in other episodes I've kind of talked to you about that the single biggest financial threat any retiree is going to end up facing is if in retirement you fall ill and Medicare refuses to cover that bill. Why would Medicare refuse to cover the bill? Because what you're dealing with is not acute care, it's long-term care. Heart attack, stroke, cancer, diabetes, cholesterol, broken bones, everything for which you can go to a doctor, a hospital, or a pharmacy, and they can make money off your misery, that is all covered because that's acute care. Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, dementia, old age, frailty, everything we are more likely to deal with as we grow old. None of these things are going to be covered in any meaningful way by the Medicare system, but currently, Medicaid does. Medicaid isn't just for the poor. It's how millions of middle-class families legally and ethically cover long-term care costs. Or at least it has been until now. But here's the good news. You can actually protect yourself. I spent 23 years helping clients do exactly that. And it comes down to two powerful tools most people have never heard about. Safe harbor trusts and manuals of instructions. So let's look at each one of them. A safe harbor trust. Think of these as legal fortresses for your assets, specifically designed to protect your money if you need long-term care while giving you full control during your lifetime. And manuals of instructions? Well, these are not your typical dusty legal documents, but a dynamic playbook that guides your family through every scenario, from helping you age at home to coordinating with healthcare providers. If you have ever been named in a power of attorney for your parents or a friend and wondered, what on earth are you supposed to do with these documents when the time comes? Then you already know how powerful a manual of instructions can be because it will give you step-by-step instructions of what you need to do. Now, with each passing year, the landscape of retirement planning is changing dramatically. But you don't have to be caught in the blast zone. If you want more information on how to protect your retirement in 2025, don't forget to subscribe And do consider going to AgingOptions.com, where you can find all sorts of information you are not likely to find from other sources. Thank you for watching, and until the next episode, age on, everyone.
Hello, producer Alec here. Thank you for tuning into this episode of Aging Options, the podcast. If you would like to know more about this topic and many other topics surrounding retirement, aging, and how to ensure that you're able to live out the retirement you deserve, please head on over to AgingOptions.com. If you want a comprehensive, deep dive into planning your retirement and don't want to wait until next week's podcast, I highly recommend Rajiv's best-selling book, Your Retirement, Dream or Disaster. You can find both soft and hardcover editions on the AgingOptions.com website. Please follow us on social media at Aging Options. If you want to see this podcast in video form, you can find us on YouTube, also at Aging Options. Until next week, age on.